Brian. Thanks for giving me time.
Sure.
Your show is amazing. I want to talk about the oligarchy, right? So
Sure.
we saw yesterday the greatest salesman in the White House of the history. I was born in the USSR, right? I spent some time living in Russia and Ukraine. I have a cousin who's fighting in the war right now from the Russian side and
Wow.
from the Ukrainian side. They shooting each other. And what I want to talk about the oligarchy, the weakness here in the United States. I live here for 18 years. I love the country, the best country in the world before the Donald Trump came. The people are weak for the propaganda, and they don't know what this oligarchy means. They never live. No one in the United States lives in one day under oligarchy regime. I live in Russia. I know how this works. I know what this dodgy Musk is doing right now.
Can I ask you? May I ask you? And sir, I just want to get some context. So you're from Russia, is that correct?
I was born in Russia, but
Gotcha.
ethnic Ukraine. I was born in a
What?
part of the Russia. And the Russia.
I appreciate that. So, sir, I want to ask you a question. What went through your mind when Donald Trump called Vladimir Zelensky a dictator, and he hasn't said anything close to that about Putin? What went through your mind, sir? As someone who was born in Russia and has spent time in Ukraine, what went through your mind when Trump said that?
Well, it's typical from Trump. First, it's coming from because he has no plan at all how to finish the war. So he took the weakest side, which is Ukraine, because Ukraine depends from the Russian weapons and satellites, everything. So he took the weakest guy because Ukraine depends on them and pushing on him because Trump has nothing to do to the Putin. Nothing. Zero.
What? So do you think the way I think that Putin is just playing him to get what he wants?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's the KGB tactics,
Yeah.
so they know Trump really good.
I want you to do.
I
I want you to do me a favor. If you had the opportunity to speak to Donald Trump right now, what would you say to him?
Well, I will say them the Putin just use you. Russian don't want a peace. He doesn't know Russians at all. But once he said, well, I have a Russian friend. Russians are good people. They're not good people. I know their mentality. Right now, they full-time living in the war. My cousins right now, who brainwashed by propaganda, wants to kill part of my family,
Oh my
It's
God!
madness.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's madness.
Your family. Where does your family live right now?
It's a city in Odessa. It's the south of Ukraine.
Oh my gosh!
Every day.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ugh.
Trump called these people is nice, he doesn't know no one. Even right now, when I facing some time with the MAGA people, they try to justify the Russians, and
Right.
the one thing,
Right.
they don't know nothing about the Russians.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I agree. I agree with you. I'm going to tell you this, my friend. I'm going to pray for your family. You sound like a very nice man, and I'm going to pray for your family, and I'm so sorry that you're going through this. You sound like a very intelligent and educated man, and for somebody that was born in Russia and spent a lot of time in Ukraine, you have a lot of credibility to this issue. We want the war to end, but it's not going to end so long as Vladimir Putin gets all the concessions that he wants. Thank you so much for your call. I'm humbled by your phone call, and I'm so sorry for what your family is going through, my friend. And it sickens me that our administration in America is not supporting people like members of your family. It sickens me, sir. And I so appreciate you. I really do. Let's go.